Hello and welcome back to Redeeming Echoes. And Karanja here. I hope you are all well and having a good week. We will continue from where we left last time about the dignity of what are we willing to protect at the cost of walking with him, giving him our all. And I'm gonna read something that I'd written about that, and then we'll continue from there. So to a love that is awakened, every minute is an adventure. To the sleeping beauty, to pursue him just because of love is not enough. Unless you want something from him, but pursuit is time wasting in her eyes. Those who even dare open the door to love and say yes to all its influence seems or look like a great fool to the sleeping one. Which dignity are you willing to protect at the cost of your union with all in all? Ask him to make you the most joyous fool and to find delight in using your foolishness to confine the wise around you. This sleeping beauty or the sleeping bride, or let me just say the sleeping beauty. And why do I say the sleeping beauty? I'm not talking about don't think of characters, sleeping beauty and all that. We are talking about not somebody who is evil here, not at all. We've been that, have been that many times in this walk where you have, allowing things and allowing, life can be life in, and at the weight of your season, sometimes you, instead of running to God, you run away. And sometimes you're not even conscious of yourself doing it. Distraction, and it's normally those small things, it's catching those little foxes. It's normally the little things, it's not the big things, because the little things, it's you be like, okay, it's little compromises. It's I'm so tired today, I don't want to spend time with God, yet he's waiting and saying, come to me and I will, I am your well, I am your fountain, I will give you strength. But instead of running to that, we pick up our phone, we scroll, we go to TikTok, we laugh for a few minutes, which is not bad. Like, before you know it, it's been 30-45 minutes, and now your mind is full of, you don't even know what to do with that information that you got from there. Sometimes it's just actually just stupid things, but they occupy not just the space in that particular moment, but sometimes we even allow that, we take that with us in places that we go. You find that you're actually discussing things that happen in some community somewhere that actually has nothing to do with you, and you're not going to help them whatsoever. So you just have this information seated free in your mind, disturbing you. And I've had those moments a lot, and God has been like, why don't you just quickly just lay them down at the feet of the cross and do what I've asked you to do. Just do what I've asked you to do. And don't, if it's an assignment, that assignment belongs to somebody else. If you're doing what you need to do, you're not going to have time picking up little trauma all over the world and making it your own and saying wow unto me, because the world is bad. So why don't you just look at my face and see the goodness of who I am, and then be able to be that to others. But if you spend a lot of time, just Anyway, yes, I know I'm not the only one. But this is just just an example of the normal, what we've called normal at the moment, because we live in a global community. Things that comes on our way, and we prioritize them because they give us the few seconds satisfaction, but at what cost? Because if we want to pursue Him with everything that we are, and we know there is so many other things that we're doing, we're working, we're raising kids, we've got families, we have friendships there, so it's honoring those, the moments that we have in between, and being like, I want to give you this. I know when I'm with you, there's no time. It's a realm of no time and no space. So 5 minutes with God can be like a whole year, And David did talk about that. 1,000, one day in his house is like 1,000 anywhere else. And this is somebody who had understood that there is a place of union and oneness, that when we step into that place, it changes not just the day. You can affect generations to come in that moment of your union, where He begins to unlock mysteries of who He is and actually who you are. In those moments, in those pockets of time, if you feel like, I don't have all day to just spend time with Him, and I know a lot of us don't have that. When I was single, maybe with not a child, I used to have those moments where I would say, I'm just gonna spend all night just with Him, or I'll block a weekend to do that. And we used to do that. I did that by myself. We did that with, my friends, and just spending time in worship. And now I'm in a different season of learning how to do that with a baby. Those moments at night, 3 a.m, where before I'll be like, let me just scroll, see what's going on in media, as I try to keep myself awake because I need to put him to sleep. And now to a place where I'm like, God, I thank you for this opportunity that I can be with you. I can spend time with you. As I wait for him to fall asleep, what do you want to talk about? What should I pray for? Let me just worship you. And sometimes you're sleepy and you're tired, but your heart position, when you learn how to position your heart to, I'm just going to wait on you. I will wait on you. And I see the difference that makes, and it's not something that I've always done. It's something that he has been reminding me a lot. Because last year, being a first-time mom, and I was trying to figure out what that is. I should have done more of it in him, where I did a lot of binge watching and stuff on episodes, which I needed it at that time. But did I need it, or was there another way of spending those nights? And because I can be when it comes to me, I'm very critical when it comes to, I criticize myself very harshly compared to other people, and those are the things that he is teaching me, where I would be like, no, I feel like I've wasted the last few hours watching this, and maybe I should have spent it with you. And I would allow guilt, and I realized that's something I needed to deal with, because for him it was like, I was there with you. All you need is to turn your face. It does not take a ceremony to decide a different thing, or you want to change how you do things. He is as close to us as the air that we breathe. It takes turning our face towards him, and that changes everything. It's as easy as that. Because what is he doing? He's knocking at the door, waiting for us to open. He's knocking. The turning of our hearts, the turning of our gaze is opening the door for him to come and occupy and walk with us and lead us and be friends, good friends, best friends. And that's the mystery of love. Looks like foolishness, as First Corinthians says. For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who have been saved is the power of God. So yes, like I've read when we started, it would look like it's a lot to others. It would look like you're wasting your time. It looks like, why are you talking about him to even strangers? Why are you, all that you want to know is him. All that you, the moments that you've got, you're seeking him and your heart is tuned toward him. To those who don't understand, to those who have not tasted, that is foolishness. Because taste me and see. There's something about taste. When you taste and you see, there's the connection between those two. But you see, you cannot taste for somebody else. You have to behold him for yourself. I can only tell you of what, like if I eat something that I love food, obviously. Let's say, what's my favorite? I've got a few. Let's say it's nice stew with chapatis or ugali, because those are like my top two. If I'm enjoying that food and you're seated there and I'm not giving you, I can only tell you how it tastes. I'll be like, it's got spices, it's mild, but you still have not tasted it, so you will not understand at all. And that's the thing, we can tell people, yeah, this is how he is, but unless the moment that you taste and you see, you're like, yes, then nothing can stop you. That no one can come and tell you, no, he's not like that, no, he does not exist. And that happens a lot, especially in the world that we're in, and the people that we do life with, we do work with. You've got a mixture of all faiths and no faith at all. And to be able to speak of him in a way that I don't actually care whether you believe me or not, because the conviction that I have of who God is, it's enough. It's enough. I don't need to argue about him. I have tasted him. I have seen him. I've touched him. And this is our testimony. This is what he's inviting us to, that we can say that. And I know that he's good. I've tasted him and I know that he's good. And this is our invitation today. Not just to love him, but to love him beyond reason. And I think I'm just probably going to leave it at there. Otherwise it's going to be too long. And yeah, how do we love him beyond reason, beyond the pain that we're going through, beyond the prayers that we are waiting and believing that he will answer? How do we love him beyond disappointment, when we thought he was going to do this at this particular time and I've waited for him for years for this to happen and it has not happened? Can I still stand before him and say, I judge you as faithful? I judge you as a God that is good. And I choose to taste your goodness. Even in this, you are good. It's that what we will choose, or we'll choose disappointment. And I can only pray that God will awaken every part of us that has grown numb, to teach us to risk love again, to find beauty in the breaking, and to dance in the eyes of those who call us foolish. That our life will become a parable of union, where joy overrules fear and love becomes our only logic. In Jesus' name, much love.